We'll move on to the evaluation section of the table topic for the table topic speakers. So I would like to invite to come onto the stage Toastmaster Lan Anh Nguyen.
One of the reasons we are here in order to accelerate your public speaking ability rate. And also the reason why I'm here today also to help you on your public speaking acceleration. The first person today that I would like to give the evaluation, that is Miss Yung. Did you recognize that even though that she stuck on the ideas, but actually that she still stood here in order to think about the ideas, right? That is the great thing about her. It means that she didn't give up. She made the effort in order to answer the question. And also the thing that I would challenge her in order to do it better next time is to work on her ideas expansion. One of the reasons why we stuck at the ideas because we don't know how to start from one idea and expand it to different ideas. So that's why that she needs Mr. Brian help in order to expand the idea. So whenever you stand here, if you stuck at one idea already, ask yourself, how can I expand it further away in order to have more ideas to talk to the audience? That's for Miss Yu recommendation. Now let's talk about the second person, that is Joe. Joe today, she very fluent and also she made the point. That is a great thing about her speech. There are two things that I would like to challenge Joe in order to accelerate her public speaking ability more. The first one is how to capture audience attention. Because right now she already have the idea. Whenever we have the idea already, the next step in order to develop your impromptu speaking ability, that is how you can capture audience attention. You may want to ask the question or you can start with the story. So challenge yourself next time in order to capture audience attention. And the second thing is that whenever we have a point, after that, how can you relate that point to the audience? Even though that is still impromptu speaking, but the audience still sitting there and wondering in their mind, what is it for me? How does it value to my life? Conclude with a message. The next person is V. V did well in terms of the ideas. She has something to share, and she shared with us very personally. The thing that there are two things she can do it, but much better. The first thing is hand gesture. Did you recognize when we stood on the stage she answered like this? Yeah. So how do you feel if the speaker she stood on the stage and she stood like this? How do you feel? Very stable, right, and very naive. And like she's not really confident about what she's saying. So I recommend that she can open her hand. The next thing that we can do it better, that is eliminated filler words. Filler words means like something like that. That is the redundant words that the audience may feel that this is not really formal presentation and it's not recommended to use in public speaking, like or something like that, or you know. That is not a formal presentation. The next thing that she can do it better is to conclude with the message. Next person is G. G today, she can respond to the ideas very quickly. That's a great thing. You already accelerated your public speaking. The thing that he can do it better is most of the time that he delivered a speech, he used his right hand and he left his left hand behind like this, right? Yeah, that is his habit. The thing that he could do it better is look down and also he think while he's speaking. One of our challenges while we respond to the impromptu question is that this is really fast, right? And that's why that while we find out the answer to answer to the audience, we tend to look up or maybe we look down. The next challenge for any class of us whenever we encounter impromptu speaking is why were you thinking but you're still looking at the audience in the eyes? Okay, that's a challenge. Now let's talk about Queen also have some examples to relate to the audience. That's great because she shared an example about when she stayed at home and she was interrupted by Messenger, Zalo, and some people here you share the same common things, right? The thing that she could do it better is, you remember that when she started her speech, she said, "Thank you for your question." way that we can start better is if you don't have any answer at that time, just stand here, pause, and look at the audience. Yeah, I challenge you to do that next time because I'm sure with you that if you stand here just only for a few seconds, you can lodge their attention immediately without saying any word. Don't need to say thank you. You need to just stand here, pause. The second thing that she could do it better is hand. This is a way that we put her hand. Yeah. How about next time we can stand and put your hand like this, okay, or like this. Okay. Another thing that she could do it better is she tends to look at the people over here rather than the people over here. So spread the eye contact to everyone in the room. Who else? One more person, right? Mr. Wayne. Wow. Okay, Mr. Wayne. Wayne, he did well in terms of he shared one story about his friend, his co-worker. The thing that he could do it better is instead of listing the facts about that person, he can share with us a story. What happened at that time and how can he overcome that problem to show that he's one of the most productive persons in our company. Got it? The tip for you, there are 3 tips that whenever you answer the impromptu question is, the first thing, if the table topic master today asks you a very personal question, but challenge yourself that if they ask me a very personal question, how can I relate to the audience here? Because for example, she asked us that who is the most productive person that you have ever known? That is a very personal question, right? And at the end, you can end by saying that that is one of the most personal, most productive person that I have ever known in my life. How about you? I'm looking forward to listen to your most productive person. That is one of the ways that you can relate. Or you can share with them a quote in order to let them remember about that message. Okay? The second tip is challenge yourself to capture audience attention. Maybe that we cannot think of the idea immediately in order to capture audience attention, but you can stand here in order to pause. Don't need to say any word. The third thing is leave the audience a message at the end. Okay? So that's 3 tips that I hope you can make it better next time. And I challenge you to join the impromptu speaking contest. Is going to happen on December 22nd. And apply these tips in order to accelerate your public speaking abilities. Back to you.